And cue the network intro.
Secrets, if you really look at yourself,
Freedom Network, folks. It's the network that we're a part of. You can find a link in our description of our videos, and we encourage you to follow that link and check it out if you have a YouTube channel or if you aspire to one. Alright, so... And cue the music. Hey folks, 13 here. And AM Redwood is right there, joining us through the merit of being in the same studio. His channel is Gamerwood on YouTube. And we're about to mod a video game. Comment, like, subscribe, participate. Always remember to share. Do the important stuff that keeps this show going and this channel growing, and enjoy. Alright. Now then. I got Cheech here. Remember our XCF. It's our GIMP file format save, and we want to keep a hold of our art in the GIMP file format save, so we have it not only not disturbing the original image, but also we have it as the mini layered rough. And I told you I was going to do it off camera, didn't I? I said I was going to go and do all the green boxes, and it took a long time. And I kind of went around this way, and then back along this way, and over here, and then I came along and did all the small parts, and about here I started going crazy, making little boxes, and then sanity came back in just about here as I finished up the last box. So now we have our boxes, we have our Cheech level, and we can turn, or sorry, well, it says Cheech, but that's just the Cheech PNG. And that's actually not Cheech. That's really, we're going to change the name of that layer right now. That's not Cheech. Come on. Come on, man. There we go. That's actually the Wilson layer. And we're going to add a layer, and this is going to be the Cheech layer. And I think we can put Cheech all on one layer, but I don't think we can build them all on one layer. I don't think Cheech is actually going to even be on the Cheech. Okay, dog, that's enough. I don't think Cheech is actually even going to be on the Cheech layer until we're ready for Cheech to be on the Cheech layer. So we're going to make a layer, and then another layer, and another layer. And you know, these are my working layers, is what I'm creating here. Actually, I guess I can just hit enter, huh? Okay, so I like to have 5 working layers. Let's delete that one. Now we have a setup. I want to call this episode something here. Hold on. This is our second episode. And, you know, layering Cheech. Layering Cheech. Layering Cheech. Okay. Let's layer him. Alright, so I had good reference art up yesterday. I wonder how readily I will find the reference art. Now, there are many Cheech and Chongs throughout history, and much love goes to them all. And I'd like to eventually make all of the Cheech and Chongs, Corsican Brothers and all of them. But right now, we're looking for Up in Smoke, Cheech and Chong, and we want images of that. I'm gonna do an image. Dog? Not only is that an unwelcome contribution to what we're doing, but it scared the heck out of me. Alright, so I got Cheech up, and I don't know where to start. There's so much Cheech. First, I guess we start with the hair. So we're gonna think about how I want to work with these layers. I guess I want to start in the middle. I'm going to start in the middle of the working layers, and all of them that I have called layers or layer are the working layers. And there's one particular thing I want to kind of pay attention to and interpret first in our kind of channeling of Cheech. This is the back of Cheech's head right here, right? This is his head. That's the back of his head. All of these things stay relative in size. So what I want to do is I'm going to come to the Wilson layer, and I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to copy that. Then I'm going to come up to like the third layer where I want to work, and I'm going to paste it. Okay, hold on. Selected. That's just select. I want to. Okay. I'm gonna cancel that. I need a throwaway layer. Can I just flip that? Nope. Okay, it flipped things I didn't want to flip. Because I have a floating layer selected. Let me go up here. Let me make another layer. The layer that I can throw away. And then we'll put that down. We'll grab the layer. We'll take the layer and transform just it. We'll flip it horizontally, because I think that's the way that this has to be to match up to that. And we'll see. And I guess we do want this to kind of be on a throwaway layer almost at first. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is it's going to help me figure out where the... Okay, so let's do this. Grab him. Copy him again. We'll go to the third layer. Actually, no. I refuse what I was about to do there. What I really want to do, come to think of it, is just zoom in over here and get his head. This head kind of represents what I would consider the known center of the movement for the sprite, right? So I'm trying to have my stuff match up so that if his chin is matched up with the beginning of the hair, or do you think it has to be something like that? It'd have to be something like that, wouldn't you think? I would think. Maybe the head isn't going to do us any good. Let's get rid of the head. Let's trash that head. Okay, on the third layer, let's make something that may help us as a guide for our shape. And what I'm struggling with is the beanie. And I want to make sure that the beanie is appropriately located in the shot. And then once I get that, hopefully I can create some reference between the other things here to create the beanie. And have it appropriately located. I could make a circle somewhere, I thought. Can I only make a circle with brushes? GIMP is very powerful for editing images, but sometimes when it comes to creating stuff, it's new to me for a second. Okay, so this is one way we can do it. Probably the best way we can do it. Let us think on this as The area of the head. Is this going to be the area of the head? I think. Hush, dog. That is enough of you. Okay. So I think that's the most universal center. That's what we'll go with. We'll be able to adjust any of these images so that things work later, and that's kind of a tedious process that ends up happening, but we'll get to it. Now, that gives us the general shape. This is the general shape, I think, of where our head is going to end up. Let me come over here and look. Yeah, it's along the same lines as the right proportion of this head. Actually, I guess what I should have done is this, come to think of it. Let's make an oval that matches up the size of this head. I want the general curvature. I want to keep some of that stuff, but I want a little more oval-ish heads for these characters within reason. This is the space that our head is going to occupy. So that's what we're dealing with first. So this is the head minus the ears. We want to establish this as another guide. So we got it now. Now we just need to drag it over to the hair. Did I lose it? There it is. Drag it over to the hair. And okay, that gives me a little more the feeling of what we had going on when we had the head over here. Because I think the head probably attaches... Where's the back of... It would help to have a reference picture of Wilson, but I think the hair ends somewhere before his chin. Let me grab a reference picture of Wilson. I'm going to pull that up on my other screen. Everybody knows what Wilson looks like. We got his parts all over the place. Yeah, it'd help if I was specific, huh? Yeah, there's a couple of Wilsons out there. Yeah, looking at where Wilson's hair ends, and they don't have a lot of Wilson from behind. There's Wilson from behind. Yes. So I'm guessing that his skull actually, see his... Okay, so his head's kind of shaped like that. That coincides with that. Then yes, the top of his skull actually ends where the top of his hair is. I'm glad I looked at that. It actually pokes up a little bit into there. And I guess I can see some of that here. I can use this as a fairly accurate place to place the skull, because...
Am I the only one that's wondering why Wilson has bones in his hair?
Okay, that's a fairly accurate place that I can place it because of that. So this would match up about there. It's about there. That's about where that side is, and then probably about there. Okay, so that's about where we're thinking it should be for his skull. Right? Now what I want is a little bit bigger than that, and we'll get that in just a minute. We'll get around to that. So I'm going to up this size by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Multiply both sides by 7 effectively. And let's keep that. Actually, Control Z. Ah. Position isn't one of the things that undoes. But I think that's proportionally the same place. I hope it is. I don't think it is. Okay, Oh, I made a new one. Dag nabbit. That sucks. Okay, well, I have a better idea of what I'm doing, so let's do this much faster than we did last time. Let's see. We want our head to be in the same proportions. Let's take this back over there. This time I'm going to spray the first one in place so we don't lose the position. It's what I should have done to begin with. Okay, so, yeah. It's something along the lines of that right there. Alright, so let's spray this into position real quick. So back in our reference, we have this hat. Do I have control of colors anywhere on the screen? If I do, cancel. If I do, not that. I can never find the dropper. If I do this, can I get anything, or is it only in that screen? It's only in that screen. Okay, fine. I'll have to just wing it. He's got like an orange going. It's an orange red. It's maybe it's a little more red than that. We'll call it that color if it was muted. Sure. We'll try that to begin with. I'm going to paint this in with a hard brush. And that's... Hey, hush, dog! Do they not have an even distribution of food or something, Red?
They should.
Oh, they should, but that doesn't mean that that's what's happening over there, because it doesn't sound good. Okay, so that is only on layer 3, and that's going to give us kind of the beginning for the hat. Let's look at where the head placement is now. So I need to go back to the Wilson layer and grab this as a selection. This time I'm not going to worry about turning the head around. I'm just not. On layer 3, let's paste that, but only so we can move it around. Oh, Control Z, Control Z. Okay. Let me go over to the selection. Where is this? Okay. That's probably it. Yep. Alright. Alright. Well, I never really want to paste you, dude, but I do want to migrate you over here. So I can figure out about where. Oh no, if your chin is there. My oval isn't quite the right size, but let's say it definitely comes to Cheech's. It comes right over his eyes and his ears, his beanie. So let's say at about 150. And 1, 2, 3, 3 marks. 150 and 3 marks is where we want the top of it to come to. Maybe not if it's an arc like this. Right? Maybe not if it's an arc like that. I wish I had put him on a different layer. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta put him on a different layer. Let's get rid of that. A layer up. We'll paste him again. And he came out closer to us this time, which is awesome. Okay, so we'll figure that that goes right about there. Right? Good. That's where we'll paste it. And we'll paste that down right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the eraser, and on the third level, which is below him, we're going to start erasing some points so we can get an idea of what the arc needs to be for the beanie. Art is math for me. I don't know what to tell you. Everybody has their own artistic deal. This is the best I can do through obsessive compulsive tendencies. All right, so let's say the beanie would be like right about here. We want it to, oh, I went too high there. Control Z. Let's Control Z that hole out too. Oh, let's paste that. Okay, now we have the eraser, and we're going to, oh, we're gonna make our brush big enough. I was being an idiot. Look at this. We can just erase the part of the beanie at the right angle. Is that about the angle I want the beanie? Oh, let me look at my reference photo. This is good. See, this is why we do this stuff, because I'm always thinking my own way around problems, and I don't know the best way to explain how that happens. It's magical stuff that happens. So right here, this is about where we want the beanie to be. Right about here. Now, if we wanted to use... That was embarrassing. If we wanted to use the shape of Wilson's head, we could. And I thought about that. I really thought about that. We might leave this fourth layer just a bunch of skulls that helps us, place some of this stuff. See, my beanie needs to be bigger, right? Maybe this is, maybe I want to do this different. Let me see. Hold on. Third layer, lots of erasing. Nope. On the third layer, though. Okay. Select none. I could only erase within the field I was selecting. Okay, now, select. Okay, we're going to do the beanie a little differently then. I want to find the shape on his head that I want the beanie to be. That's what I want. That's what I want. It's like I have said a couple of times, I'm not really an artist. I poke and prod at things until art happens, and it does on occasion. Now, he's also got some kind of fluffy hair that's coming out of it. If you look at the way he actually looks for the art, we want to come out a little bit like that, I think, to each side of the skull. Okay. Thinking that's about what we want. Now on, the third layer, we're going to come here with the brush. What was that? Why did the selection go away? Son of a bitch. I was selecting with you. I had you where I wanted you. Why you suck that way? Okay, hold on. Let's come in about that far off the skull. Alright. Yeah. Voila! We'll go with it. I know nothing about art. All I can ever do is, hope, right? So, boom. Acceptable. Beanie acceptable. Border, beanie border is acceptable now. So, yeah, what do I want? I got caught up on how to make the beanie fuzzy. In my brain, I was just thinking about how to make the beanie fuzzy, and we'll do that in a second. First, I want now eraser and really big brush, which we've got. We've got the really big brush. Now, looking at the picture of Cheech, right about here is where we need this to come through. So right about there is where we need this to erase. So we're going to erase the beanie like that. And now if I changed the order of the two layers, you can see the beanie on the skeleton, which represents where his head's going to be, I'm pretty sure. But we got the iconic beanie started. And the beanie is so important. Like, I'm concerned because the beanie is so important. Now, there's a front and back to the beanie. And the front part should be a slightly lighter hue. It's closer to us and it's brighter, or so we think. So let's turn off the skull for a second. And right here, now let me think about this. I wish I could get the get some info from this brush to make a selection with it. We'll do this, but we're going to have to do more with the information we're about to get. Right about there. No, Control Z. Idiotic things occurred. Okay, now that being the case, let's actually select none. Let's be daring, shall we? Let's do be daring. Okay, now we're not confined to the selection. Now, is everything going on there on that level? Good. We're not confined to the selection now. We're going to grab it just like this. And with gusto. No. Hold on. Things have got to happen here. Okay. Hold on. Well, let me think about what I'm doing here. Darn it. Do I want this? Oh, I do want this. I'm an idiot. Okay. No, I'm an idiot. Let me see. What do I want to do with this? Sure. Okay, so up here, on the fourth. Oh, the fourth is where the skull is. We can't do this on the fourth. This is going to have to be called skull. Bones. I think this is going to be bones for right now. We're going to move that up a layer. We're going to need another layer, which we're going to call layer 4. Okay. And let's pull that down into place. And on our new level, or layer 4, we're going to come in here and we're going to make... Go away, skull. We're going to come in here and we're going to make this band. Okay, now we got that lighter colored band. We also need to erase a little bit there and there. Now, if we select none and we take the layer 4 and take it off, that's the band, right? We got the band separate. Let's see. Back to the show. Okay, so we got the band separate. That's an important little bit of what we're doing. Now we want to select none. We are selecting none. Control Z. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I want to make this a much smaller brush. Okay, even smaller. Okay, dog, that's enough. Okay, so the reason I did that is that shows me if I turn all my other layers off. Let me stay on that layer. Let me trim up this. Oh, that's on the third layer. Go to the third layer and trim up this. Go to the fourth layer and trim up this. And trim up this. And now with the blur tool, we got a little bit of a guide is what we really accomplished. So if we zoom in right here, oh, whoa, let's zoom out a little bit. I zoomed in 3 times really fast, and it went, oh, you want to go all the way past the reasonable limits of how far anyone would want to zoom? Okay. So let's come in here with a really small brush. This is like writing it out brush. Let's go 2 pixels, and we'll just come in here. Yeah, that's a hard brush. Okay. We'll come in here and flesh this out a little bit. Oh. No, that's not what I wanted to do. And what we're able to do is kind of fill in the side overhang of the headband while still having a nice guide to make sure that we're staying reasonably shaped. Oh, whoa. Not that fast. Okay, so let's get this side, paint this in. I'm just not a freehand artist, so, you know, I use some little guides here and there. Let's see what we get if we, hey, Red.
Yeah?
Could you go remind Cherry Pie that I'm shooting very, very politely?
Okay.
Just, bring the dog down here or something? Because that's the problem, is that, is that there's a studio dog up there
That wants to be cuddled.
bugging her for attention. Yeah, and she's not a cuddler when it comes to the dogs. So the studio dog goes without, and we hear get on the back end of the track the whole time. Oh, guys, you know what? I'm really sorry I didn't put music on. I was so absorbed in getting right to work with Cheech here. Really sorry, guys. Let me take care of that. Let's see. Let's start playing right about here. Ooh, a little loud. It's just a little loud. Just a little loud. Let's... There we go. Pull that back to background music. Alright. So, yeah, I was just so excited to get started here that I was a little remiss when it came to the tunes. Alright, now let's get this side taken. That's much better though. The music is helping align my alpha waves, man. Alright, so let's jump back out of the image a little bit and see what we've got. We've got a good start on a beanie. Certainly not there, but we've got a good start. Don't Starve is all about dark lines and stuff. And I think that the next thing we need to do is start getting that work done for the beanie. And, I didn't mean to mess with my touch. I can never pick my touchpad up without pressing a button. It's not always the best thing. Okay, so let's go to this. We want to keep the size on this brush really low again. Literally, really low. So let's go, let's make it 3 pixels. Let's make it black that we're working in, and let's, I want to look at different dynamics that I might use here. So oh man, Control Z. I didn't like that. No, I don't like how thick that line is. That's too thick for everyday line. I guess I'm just gonna sketch it up with this line, just a single line. Oh, I really need to turn off that, but I want that to be on. It's not so necessary right now, but in general that's a good thing to have on so we don't accidentally go out of things. And since the art style is kind of sketched, let's sketch in. Sketch in those lines. Let's fill in anywhere. Oh, Control Z on that. Fill in anywhere that there's green between the lines and the hat, and that's where we'll end up with kind of the random line darkening. We'll let that be a process that just happens. Okay, and let's and I'm using a tablet, by the way, here, guys. I'm not this great, and that's one of the reasons I was crouching down like a monkey just now, and I'm gonna try not to do that. But yeah, the tablet is one of the reasons I have the ability to kind of sketch this out. I am not this good with a mouse. If this is good, you know, that's to be argued. But we'll see what kind of beanie we end up with when we're all done, right? And then we'll know. USA First Gamer says, hi 13. Hi USA. It's kind of scary being creative in front of everybody, USA. Okay. I want to make... Okay. These are terrifying lines to do. Let me get the let me get more to the inside of the hat. More of the hat done that I'm comfortable doing here. More of the beanie. So this is the back of the beanie, or the... Oh. Oh my gosh. Ask me why I'm sad. We just drew the front of the beanie. I gotta draw the back of the beanie. This is the back of his head. Oh, dude. Do you see the dude? Dude, what the heck? I was not thinking. Damn it. Jim. Damn it, Jim. Okay, damage control. Let's see what we need to do to, first of all of that we just did on that layer is no longer useful. Also, level 4 or layer 4 is not useful. Layer 3 is going to remain useful because I can rematch my original selection. Oh, I don't believe I did that. I just forgot what side of his head we were doing. So damn silly. Do you see the damn silly? Because it's all over my face. Hush your mocha, dog. There's a lot of damn silly going on in here, and you don't have a part of it, which is rare for damn silly and the dog. But okay, so that's reasonably close to the selection we had. And let's use this tool right somewhere here to get our original red. And let's do a quick brush in to that again. Let's bring Boney McBonerton back here. And let's have, so if the beanie front, yeah. Okay, so let me get I'm staying on the third layer. I got the eraser out. So the front of the beanie goes like this. I guess the back goes like this. Gonna have to do this with the selection tool. So we'll make with the escape. Let's hold control down. No. Escape. If we hold shift down. Nope. Escape. And I ended up way zoomed in, and I don't like it. So let's zoom out. 100%. Okay. Okay, let me go back in. I don't believe I did that. That's such a just bastard. That's a bastard. Okay, so I want selection tool, and I just want a big circle. We're gonna have to have something consistent, so let's go with 360 on size here. Let's have a consistent. At one point, I said I wish I had a consistent size for this stuff, so now I do. We're gonna go with that. Let's figure that we want the back of the beanie. If the front wraps like this, and that's the top of the band, then the top of the band, is this the top of the band or the bottom of the hat? This is the bottom of the hat. So the hat's going to come like this, right? Something like that. So that would be right there and there. That is about the top of where the slouch starts. The slouch of the back of the hat. Right? Because I want... Yeah. Yes, it is. That's it. I don't know why you argue with me like this. Oh, it's going to be such a pain in the ass to get the back and the front of the hat lined up. I'm going to have to figure out something I don't know how to do with this tool. Okay, so yeah, right about there. On both sides. Okay. So let me think this through. Nope. Yeah, that is the right way, right? Because you're looking at the dude and the hat's like that. And the hat would come back. No, that would be a lower line. Damn it. Okay. Okay, that would be a lower line. It looked too high, and that's what I was internally arguing with. USA First Gamer says, family preparing for New Year, having caldo de pescado, fish stew. Awesome. Tasty stuff, man. Okay, so... let's go with back here. I think that's reasonable. Now I want it equally distance on the hat. Let me turn that off. Okay, I'm good with that. Now, we will select, invert, and erase. So we selected the inner circle to decide what the curvature of the hat should be, and then we inverted the selection, selected everything outside of it, and erased it. We didn't get rid of any of the green or anything because it's on different layers. And that's what just went on right there to make the back of the hat happen. Yeah. I'm going to do the band a different way this time, by the way. Faster. I thought of it while I was... Watch this. So we got the hat, right? Now we go to select and we make a new selection. And we select an area that's slightly bigger than the hat. Actually, first let's get the hat. Let's get matched up on the hat real quick so I can get the original curvatures right. Okay, that's about right. No, I don't believe I did it. It did it. I clicked in the wrong spot and bad things happened. So crappy. So very crappy. Okay, yeah, let's come in a little bit. Yeah, it's good to know that you're having fish stew, man. The dwarves love fish stew from Craft the World. And they would be jealous of your fish stew, I'm sure. Because yours is made with the love of family, and theirs is made with stubby dwarf fingers. Okay, so let's take this and go up 7, and up 7, and then we'll reposition it so it matches just like that, right? Yes. Okay, now I'm terrified by what I'm attempting to do here. On layer 4, we will take the brush, about that big. No. I need the headband color, the one that's several hues higher. I'm so excited to be making Cheech here. Cheech rules. Okay, so we want this to be as big as the hat at the bottom. Okay, and then we want an eraser roughly the same size, and then we'll come through right about here. Actually, I think the band is thicker than that. No, it's about this size. That look good? Look centered? Boom! Headband! Alright.
Look at the time.
Oh, did I trip through the time?
Yep, it's 12:49.
You get creative, right? You get creative and you space right through things. Alright, guys. We'll continue on this in the next episodes today. But that's the back of the hat, so that's where it would be, around the back of the head, and then it's going to come around the front of the head higher than that. Maybe too high. Maybe. We'll check it out, though. But we'll do that in the next episode. Thanks so much for joining us, folks. It's a pleasure having you for this. It's cool to see that you guys are supporting this particular effort, because I didn't know how it was going to do, you know? I had hopes, but what do you have but hopes? Thanks so much for joining us, folks. Comment, like, subscribe, participate. Always remember to share. Do the stuff that keeps this show growing and this channel going, or the other way around. And we'll see you next time. And next time is going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for another episode of Ask Mods. We're working more on Cheech from Cheech and Chong for Don't Starve Together. We'll see you next time.